Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Golden Gophers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's York. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will get the first swing of the game. When Minnesota and Wisconsin get together, not much more satisfying than reaching around, grabbing that axe handle, and taking a swing at the goalpost. That's the stakes today, guys.
Yeah, and a lot of stakes, a lot of emotion. These guys don't like each other. Listen, the Gophers and the Badgers are built the same way. They're the same identity. It's toughness. It's running the football. Who can establish that in this football game?
And to me, it doesn't matter if you're a fan of either of these two schools. If you just love college football, what makes it great, it's the rivalry games, right? This is the most played rivalry in the FBS. Paul Bunyan-Zax, this game is always so much fun to watch.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Sampson. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. On the move, it's Sampson. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The games etched in the lore of this rivalry are typically tight last-second field goals and the like, but Wisconsin wanted a blowout a year ago.
Yeah, the Badgers grabbed that axe and bludgeoned the Gophers a year ago. Just beat them down. They know that. They've heard about it, and they've talked about it all year long. That's not something you forget. Palmer, you know that taste in your mouth, and you will do anything to get it out.
They want to do it again, too. We talked to some of these Wisconsin players. They said running out onto the field, grabbing the axe and holding it up high was one of the best moments of their careers. And the fact that they won the game is in a convincing fashion and as dominant as they did, they want to do that again here today.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, Dave. He's going to take a shot right away. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reed.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. The 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30 plus. And the Badgers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Fires to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside. This axe means so much to both Minnesota and Wisconsin. But, Jesse, my question is, have you ever used an axe?
Improperly, and I almost chopped off my ankle once upon a time. You know, in Canada...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 2nd and short now after that completion. Here's the handoff. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, 1st quarter, they've now already given up 1.
Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Finds a tight end down the gut. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's York. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Would you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll run this play from the pistol. The lone back's got it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. On the set. They'll leave it with him. He's there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll try the run. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Dropping back, it's Winston. Coming after him. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. On the return, it's York. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's York. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Tight end getting vertical. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Off play action. Fires into the end zone. And pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Maybe they won't give in and just pass it here. 3rd and goal from the 4 and 3 tight ends on the field. And he's wrestled to the ground. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Let's it go to the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Wisconsin! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Number 11, safety Tucker.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking downfield, it's Winston. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll leave it with the lone back. And short. keep them from getting to the first down marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Bringing it back, it's York. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll give it to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now on second down. Now they'll run the draw. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Golden Gophers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wants to throw. It's Winston. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Good job in coverage defending their own end zone there because you're trying to compress these windows and make it tough for the quarterback, and they were able to tip that one up in the air, and obviously it falls incomplete.
Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And on the opening drive in the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. And they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, wants to throw. Brings it down on the right side. Afterburner's coming. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touch. The Badgers look as if they're ready to start swinging that axe with authority as they're starting to thump the Gophers.
Well, I think Wisconsin knew coming into this game they needed to be the more physically dominant team. And, David, it seemed like it's been that way so far.
Yeah, and that's where it's good to have to be able to lean on. Even in rivalry games with high emotions, when you know who you are and you're physical and you can be the more physical team, you can get the lead. Now, you just got to hang on to it and finish the drill.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Got room at the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. He caught it. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. With the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football.
Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, that quarterback is really lucky that that ball wasn't intercepted. You should never throw the ball back across your body. I think because of the pressure, he felt like he had to do something quickly with the football, but that was almost a very bad play.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass.
He's going to let it go. He's got it down the right side. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Western Michigan.
Coming out on first down with the play fake.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
On first down from their own 22. To the ground, he's got it again. Breaks the tackle. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires to the right. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Winston. Trying to get to him. Finds his tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He's got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The DBs will back off a bit. He's looking for a man on second down. Dances away to buy time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Fights off a defender. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, and making the tackle.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And of course they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're already 4 for 4. Try to get it on the ground. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm...
Touchdown, Badger! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Winston. Quick completion on the out.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. To the air, it's Winston. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
And the Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. Looking to go up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Catch in the middle. It's Stokes. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Golden Gophers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Looking for a man. It's Winston. a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Number 17.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the beatdown has ensued. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Wisconsin 49, Minnesota 21.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear, and they're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting, keep showing your coaches it matters, and maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
On 4th down, going to the air. He looks that one in nicely. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Winston. Slides away. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it. A 3rd and long coming up here.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. With the clock running, this should be the final play. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Badger!
Dude, you didn't think think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays.